From its construction in 1902 to its closure as a resort hotel casino after the stock market crash of 1929, the 200-foot free-span atrium dome of the West Baden Springs Hotel was known as the eighth wonder of the world. After it closed in 1929, it was used for a number of different things, including a Jesuit seminary and even a small technical college. But slowly, it fell into a state of disrepair. It was virtually abandoned, and there was even threatened demolition of the structure. After the collapse of two 6-story outer wall sections, the Historic Landmarks Foundation of Indiana sponsored an emergency stabilization to prevent further degradation of the hotel. Then, in 1966, Landmarks bought the property and subsequently resold it, passing on the huge task of restoring the hotel, and the person charged with this restoration was the late Bloomington entrepreneur, Bill Cook. So Bill and his family, they've not only restored West Baden Springs Hotel, but also the equally grand French Lick Springs Hotel, which is right next door. And they've restored them to world-class resorts, and it is the basis of the Springs Valley Renaissance. So here we are at the entrance of the West Baden Springs Hotel, which features a double archway, and it serves as a gateway to this hotel. The International Steel and Iron Company was awarded the contract for building this in 1902. The archway was actually constructed at the company headquarters in Evansville, Indiana, and then when it was completed, it was placed on flat cars of the Southern Railway. It was hauled to West Baden and then lifted onto the foundation by derricks. As you'll see, the name on the archway says West Baden Springs, Carlsbad of America, and this is named after a famous spa in Czechoslovakia called Karlovy Vary, which translates in German to the word Carlsbad. Carlsbad was famous for its many mineral springs, just as in West Baden. Carlsbad means Charles' Bath, and it's named for the Holy Roman Emperor Charles IV, who is believed to have discovered the mineral springs at Carlsbad in 1347. Also on the archway is a gnome-like being, which serves as a logo for the hotel. This little character is known as a sprudel, which is the German word for spring.
As you pass through the front gate and approach this National Historic Landmark, it's as if you're leaving Indiana and entering Europe. Scores of famous and wealthy people have visited these beautiful grounds over the past 100 years. And you can see why. From the Italian gardens, as they were in the 1920s, to the grand front porch with its rocking chairs, where guests have written letters, read their favorite books, or just enjoyed the view of the gardens, to the amazing balcony views of the beautiful atrium inside. It is truly a magnificent and historic place. Much of the design and what you see today can be attributed to Salem businessman Lee Wiley Sinclair. He first purchased a third of the West Baden Inn, as it was known before the fire, in 1901, in February of 1888. It was Sinclair who made the decision 1 week after the fire to rebuild the new hotel in a circular design capable of supporting the world's widest dome. Sinclair had taken a lengthy vacation to Europe shortly before the fire. His inspiration for the new architectural concept came from the dome of St. Peter's Cathedral. But he had to find someone who could help him actually build it. Harrison Albright, a 35-year-old architect from West Virginia, was hired to design the dome in 1901. Albright's design called for impressive dimensions, meant to be a wonder to behold in person. The dome is 130 feet high, spanning 208 feet across the atrium floor, and 343 feet across the entire span of the hotel's outermost sides. 24 columns would encircle the mammoth atrium, which supported 24 steel rib girders. Each girder weighed 4.5 tons, all connected to a centralized steel hub that weighed 8.5 tons. Constructed of steel, the dome roof called for 10,000 square feet of glass skylights, which were laid in 7 days. In all, the hotel encompasses 273,720 square feet. 24 light fixtures are seen along the perimeter of the atrium. Each of these fixtures depict the face of Bacchus, the Greek god of wine, above 6 frosted globes. A total of 246 luxury guest rooms and suites were restored along the upper 5 floors. The original concrete floor was covered with over 12 million marble mosaics by the Cassini Mosaic Tile Company, laid with colorful designs across the span of the atrium. The patterns for the laid tile were drawn from Greek, Roman, and Phoenician aspirations. Greek statues depicting Apollo and 3 of the Muses, Calliope, Clio, and Thalia, are placed at quarter intervals in the atrium. These were copies of marble originals in the Vatican collection. I'm sure this is more than you wanted to know about this hotel, but these are just some of the highlights and the reason that we wanted to choose this historic landmark for our historic union as husband and wife.
So please join us on Saturday, October 8th, beginning at 3 p.m. to celebrate our special day.